investment on special audit report of the Auditor General on payroll management for county executive, sponsored by the Honorable Dan Kanchege Gideji, Chairperson Committee on Public Accounts. We will also be getting, Honorable Speaker, another report of the Trade, Industrialization and Cooperative Development and Partnership on Departmental Budget for Implementation Report for financial year 2023-2024, sponsored by Samuel Mui Kayani, Chairperson Committee on Trade. On notices of motion, Honorable Speaker, we'll be getting a report on the Committee on County Public Accounts and Investment on special audit report of the Auditor General on payroll management for county executive, sponsored by Duncan Gideji, Chairperson Committee on Public Accounts. We'll also be getting another notice of motion on the report of Trade, Industrialization, Cooperative Development and Partnership on Departmental Budgets Implementation Report for financial year 2023-2024, sponsored by Samuel Mui, Chairperson Committee on Trade. Honorable Speaker, we'll be getting a statement, a response to a statement sought by Honorable Samuel Mui Kayani on the status of flood rights in the county, and the respondent is Honorable Simon Bogoboro, Chairperson Committee on Public Works. On motions and bills, Honorable Speaker, we'll be getting a motion on the report of the Committee on Health Services on Engineer Level 4 Annual Report and Financial Statement for the year ended 30 June 2024. And sponsor being Paul Geshe Wabeire, Chairperson Health Services Committee. Today, Honorable Speaker, at 2:30, we shall be having the following business. We'll be getting a petition to abolish post-mortem and mortuary charges for victims of rape and murder, including femicide, sponsored by yourself as the Honorable Speaker of this Honorable House. On papers, Honorable Speaker, we'll be getting on the report of the Committee on Water, Sanitation, Environment, Tourism, Natural Resources on the Nyandarua County Climate Change Fund financing, that is FROCA, half-year report and financial statement for the period ended 31st December 2024, sponsor being Isaac by Kamau, Chairperson Committee on Water. We'll also be getting the following paper, that is report on the Committee on Water, Sanitation, Environment and Climate Change and Natural Resources on budget implementation for the financial year ended 2023-2024, sponsor being Isaac by Kamau, Chairperson of Committee on Water and Sanitation. On notices of motion, Honorable Speaker, we'll be getting a report on the Committee on Water, Sanitation, Environment and Natural Resources on budget implementation for financial year 2023-2024, sponsored by Isaac Bai, Chairperson Committee on Water and Sanitation. On statement, Honorable Speaker, we'll be getting response to a statement sought by Honorable Catherine Nyawira Madenge on the status of county land database on private and public parcels of the land. The respondent being John Duogashino, Chairperson Committee on Lands and Physical Planning. On motions and bills, Honorable Speaker, we'll be getting a motion on report of the response to statements sought by Catherine Nyawira Madenge on status of quality and safety of potatoes in Nyandarua County, and the respondent will be Honorable Keruka, Chairperson Committee on Agriculture and Agribusiness. Tomorrow, Honorable Speaker, being a Wednesday, in the morning hours at 9:30 a.m., Honorable Speaker, we shall be getting the following business, and we'll be having the following papers. That is the report of the Committee on Special Funds Accounts on Nyandarua County Executive, that is state and public officers, Caron and mortgage scheme fund, and annual report and financial statements for year ended 30 June 2025, and sponsor being Peter Deji Kiriga, Chairperson, Committee on Special Funds. On statements, we'll be getting Honorable Speaker response to our statements sought by Honorable Samuel Shege, the Deputy Speaker, on the status of Kiabogo Cooperative Society, and the respondent will be Honorable Samuel Muikayan, Chairperson, Committee on Trade, Cooperative Development and Partnership. Honorable Speaker, we shall also be getting another business, that is on motions and bills. We'll be getting a report on the Committee on Water, Sanitation, Environment, Tourism, Climate Change and Natural Resources on the budget implementation for the financial year 2023 and 2024. And the sponsor will be Isaac Bai Kamau, Chairperson, Committee on Water and Sanitation. Tomorrow at afternoon hours, Honorable Speaker, we shall be having the following business. Honorable Speaker, we'll be having the following papers: that the report on water, sanitation and climate change on Nyandarua County Climate Change Amendment Bill 2024, which will be sponsored by Isaac Bai Kamau, Chairperson, Committee, Water and Sanitation. We'll also be getting another report on the Committee on Finance, Economic Planning, and Revenue on Nyandarua County Revenue Fund Annual Report and Financial Statements for the year ended 30 June 2025, sponsored by Zachary Mwangi Jeru, Chairperson, Committee on Finance. Honorable Speaker, on notices of motion, we'll be getting the report of the Committee on Economic Planning, ICT and Revenue on Nyandarua County Revenue Fund Annual Report and Financial Statements for the financial year ended 30 June 2025, sponsor being Zachary Mwangi Jeru, Chairperson, Committee on Finance. Honorable Speaker, we'll be getting a response to a statement on statements. We'll be getting a response to a statement sought by Honorable Naomi Gatia on status of youth programs, youth council, and youth service. The respondent will be Honorable Joseph Kuriedu, Chairperson, Committee on Sports, Youth, Empowerment, and Arts. Honorable Speaker, on motions and bills, we'll be getting a motion of adjournment from 19th November to 2nd December, which will be sponsored by myself as the leader of the majority party. Honorable Speaker, this paper is prepared, published pursuant to standing orders 40 and 41, and I hereby table the said notice paper. Thank you.
The notice paper is duly tabled. Next order.
Order number 3, messages. Order number 4, petitions. Order number 5, papers. Mr. Speaker, sir, we have several papers to be laid. We begin with the Honorable Elijah Mwangi Nyaga, Leader of Majority Party.
Honorable Elijah Mwangi Nyaga, Leader of the Majority Party and Member for Kaibala. Proceed.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Honorable Speaker. I beg to table the following report, that is Nyandarua County Annual Health Facilities Improvement Fund, that is FIF report, and financial statement for the period ended 30th June 2025, and I hereby table the said report. Thank you.
Mr. Speaker, sir.
What is it, Honorable Steve?
Just a small concern, Mr. Speaker, as we table the FIF report. I think it's of also great concern because there's a report that we are waiting to know whether it was gazetted by the county attorney. So, Mr. Speaker, I think as the report will be tabled back to the House, I think it's important to get to know whether the same was gazetted. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Very well. I believe that the additional information is noted and will be included. The report is duly tabled. I refer the report to the Committee on Health Services. Chairperson, how many days do you need to report back to the House?
On behalf of the committee, 60 days.
How many days?
60.
60 days should be noted in the business tracker. Next order.
Mr. Speaker, under the same order on papers, we have a paper to be tabled by Honorable Duncan Chege Githinji, the Chairperson, Committee on Public Accounts and Investments.
Honorable Mwangi Gichuki, Minority Leader, on behalf of the Chairperson. Proceed.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I wish to table the report on the special audit report of the Auditor General on payroll management for County Executive of Nyandarua. I wish to table.
The report is duly tabled. The same shall be processed as directed by the House Business Committee, pursuant to Standing Order 157(5)D. Next order.
Under the same order on papers, we have another paper to be laid by Honorable Samuel Rimwikayani, the Chairperson, Committee on Trade, Industrialization, Cooperative Development and Partnership.
Honorable Samuel Rimui Kayani, Chairperson, Committee on Trade, Industrialization, Cooperative Development and Partnership. Any delegated member on the same? Honorable Majority Leader, on behalf of the Chair, proceed.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, on behalf of the Chairperson Committee on Trade and Industrialization, I beg to table the following report. Report of the Trade, Industrialization, Cooperative Development and Partnership on budget, on Department of Budget Implementation Report of the financial year 2023-2024, and I hereby table this.
The report is duly tabled. The same shall be processed as directed by the House Business Committee pursuant to Standing Order 157(5)D. Next order.
Order number 6, notices of motion. We have a notice to be given by Honorable Duncan Chege Githinji, the Chairperson, Committee on Public Accounts and Investments.
Honorable Mwangi Gichuki, proceed.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, I wish to give notice of the report of the Committee on County Public Accounts and Investment on Special Audit Report of the Auditor General on payroll management for the County Executive of Nyandarua.
Proceed. The notice is duly given, and the same shall be processed as directed by the House Business Committee pursuant to Standing Order 157 5D. Next order.
Mr. Speaker, sir, still under the order of notices, we have a notice to be given by Honorable Samuel Rumui Kayani, the Chairperson, Committee on Trade, Industrialization, Cooperative Development and Partnership.
Honorable Samuel Rumui Kayani, Chairperson, Committee on Trade, Industrialization, Cooperative Development and Partnership. Majority Leader, on behalf of the Chair, proceed.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, I beg to give notice of the following motion that this House does adopt the report of trade, industrialization, cooperative development, and partnership on the departmental budget implementation report of the financial year 2023-2024 of the House and the recommendation therein as the resolutions of the House. Thank you, Mr. Speaker, sir. Thank you.
The notice is duly given, and the same shall be processed as directed by the House Business Committee pursuant to Standing Order 157 5D. Next order.
Order number 7, statements. Mr. Speaker, sir, we have a statement response to be given by Honorable Simon Bogomboro, Chairperson, Committee on Public Works, Roads, Energy and Transport.
Honorable Simon Bogomboro, Chairperson, Committee on Public Works, Roads, Energy and Transport. Proceed.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. And Mr. Speaker, this is a statement response by the Committee on Transport. The statement was sought by Honorable Rumui Kayani on the status of the flood rates in the county, and I'll go directly to the report. We had already sought for leave, Mr. Speaker, for us to be able to finish. And Mr. Speaker, I'll go direct to the preface, whereby it is a committee mandate. Everybody knows that sectoral committees are there to interrogate, to oversight, and to communicate on behalf of the House, or to be the pipeline in communication of the House and the departments. On the membership, I'm the chairman, deputized by Maureen Mogaki. Jane Gadira is a member, yourself, Honorable Shege, and the others. The secretariats, we have Grace Jenga. Kennedy is our legal counsel. Jude Kenywa, Akio, and Paul Muea as our sergeant. Mr. Speaker, on the acknowledgement, I wish to register my appreciation to this Honorable House for entrusting me and my committee the opportunity to oversight Department of Road Transport and Energy, Public Works. I also appreciate the department for responding to the question raised precisely, and hope that this cooperation will enhance the oversight role for this assembly. I take this opportunity to appreciate the office of the Speaker for being instrumental in ensuring the business of the House is expedited, and the office of the clerk, which has been very supportive in offering administrative services, as well as the technical advice which enable my committee to come up with this response to the members of the committee. I appreciate your commitment to the cause, availing yourself for all the meetings when called upon. It is therefore my pleasure to, on behalf of the Roads, Transport and Energy Public Works Committee, to table the response statement sought, Mr. Speaker. On the introduction of the statement, this statement was sought by, or was requested by Honorable Rumui Kayani on the sitting held on the 14th day of October 2025, and these are the terms of references that we used. These are the questions he wanted to know. He wanted to know the bill of quantities, itemizing all the requirements for the installation of various flood rates across the county since 2022 to 2023, vis-a-vis the amount of funds allocated for each project and the specifications of the budget estimates. 2, a detailed report on the total number of floodlights installed by the county government of Nyandarua in the said period within a specific information. That is number of the functional floodlights in each ward, the number of non-functional floodlights in each ward, response therefore, and whether there are plans to ensure they are functional. Number 3, the steps the department has put in place to ensure all the street lights are properly maintained in good working condition, switched off during the day to save electric cost, and converted into solar powered lights. Mr. Speaker, this is the committee's response. The bill of quantities, Mr. Speaker, allow me to respond to the question raised in the statement sought as follows. 1, the bills of quantities itemizing all the requirements for the installation of various floodlights across the county in the financial year 2022-2023 versus the amount of floodlights funds allocated in each project in the budget estimates. The response is, according to the information received from the department, the standardized estimate cost used for budgeting for 13-meter high mast floodlight is Kenya shillings 400,000. And for the 20-meter high mast, based on the above estimate, members of the county have been allocating funds for the floodlight in various wards using standardized estimate. Number 2, bill of quantity for the 13-meter high. Number 1, substructure. I'm subdividing the bill. It is subdivided into 1 substructure, including the site clearance, oversight, excavation, disposal of the water, and quorum-based establishment. Number 2, electrical work, including mast erection, which controls light points, wiring, lighting points, and lighting fittings, cables, accessories, earthing accessories. Number 3, provision of some for supervisory provision of the Kenya power and lighting connection. Other fees included 16% VAT, 1% project management, and 0.03 for the capacity building levy. Note, Annexure 1 attached in this report provides detailed components of the bill of quantities for the 13-meter mast, bill of quantities for the 20 mast have similar components to that of the 13-meter high quantity and specification in addition to the 20 mast. In other words, we are saying that a 13-meter mast and the 20-meter mast are the same. The only difference is the specs, in where the 13 will be bigger. Number 2, a detailed report of the total number of floodlights installed by the committee, the county government of Nyandarua in the said report. The number of functional floodlights in each ward, the number of non-functional floodlights in each ward, and reason thereof, and whether the plans are there to ensure their functionality. As we are responding, Mr. Speaker, we have tabled, or we have itemized, or we have a table that is showing all the installations in 2022-2023 financial year, or the budget. In where, if I cite Kaibaga, you are going to see that the number of floodlights installed was 1, that is 20-meter floodlight, 20 meters high mast. It was installed at a cost of 14 or 1.4 million shillings, and its status is working. If I go to Kereita in 2022-2023, there were 2 number of 20-meter mast in Mairuinya, Back Street, and Eshao Center. That is at a cost of 2.8 million. They are working. And the list continues of the 15 wards that had money for installation of floodlights and the requested in the financial year 2023. You are going to note, Mr. Speaker, there are wards like mine, Weru, that had no allocation for floodlights, so it is not mentioned. It is one of the 6 that had no budget, so it is not mentioned in the table that is coming in. If I zero in to Gedafai being the person who saw the information, of course, Mr. Speaker, because I know they have the report, I'm not reading verbatively all the 15 words. I've cited it 2, and I zero in into Gedafai. Idafai had number of four, the number of floodlights that are 13-meter high are 4. Ati Guagedae, Naya Junction and Kirima. It is at a cost of 1.4 million and they are working. From the above list of floodlights, it is evident that some of the floodlights are not working due to KPLC failure to provide temper codes for smart meters, and the committee will follow up to establish whether the department is tracking the meter to ensure their connection. Accessibility of the flood mast for repair has also been noted to affect the 13-meter mast at JM Karaoke in Kaibaga Ward and Proteten Urie, which is due to the status of their locality. The committee also noted that some projects are still at the implementation status despite being funded in the financial year 2023-24 in Nyakeo Ward and those funded in 2024-25 in Kereita and Shamata. We promise to follow up on the implementation of the established courses. Mr. Speaker, that is outside our scope because the sorter or the person who sorted the statement particulated himself in 2023-2024, 2022-2023 budget. That is where we particulated, but of course we are reporting on whatever else we saw. Number 3, the steps the department has put in place to ensure that all the floodlights are working. 1, they are saying properly maintained in good conditions and switched off. The response was the department in charge of roads and transport has taken the following action to ensure floodlights are always functional. The department has continued to repair and maintain the floodlights and street in all the wards as need arises. The department acquired a man-lift truck which has helped to accelerate the rate of repair and maintenance, especially for the 13-meter mast. Number 2, due to the erratic nature of the power grid, lights has been going on and off, and when the lights are back, some floodlights do not light up, requiring the attention of the technician, largely due to blown out fuses and need to repair the temper codes, which are a new feature introduced by the smart meter that we are recently introduced by Kenya Power. Number 3, the smart meters can also be put off remotely by Kenya Power, which has become a new challenge as some of the lights are switched off if they have huge bill reading. The department is also sharing the list of meter numbers that made up the bills at the point of payment. This will ensure that the meter number paid for are cleared, not to have balances carried forward. Number 4, the department has also come up with a repair and maintenance schedule that allocate time for all wards equally to ensure repair kits are shared across all the wards, which I can attest, Mr. Speaker, in another forum, we continue or we discuss, and we know where they are going to be. So we appreciate that now they have a structured formula of the ward they are in. If today we question where they are, they will be able to explain. We are here and going on. Number 5, the department has prepared a cabinet paper seeking budget allocation for the solar lights. Similarly, the department presented a guide to the committee during the budget making process seeking budgetary allocation for solar floodlight. It is important to note that the initial cost of solar flood installation is high. The final approved budget didn't allocate any solar floodlight budget, but electricity powered floodlights were allocated budgets. Mr. Speaker, you would appreciate that during the budget making, we noted that raising from 1.4 million to 3.5, they were suggesting simply because of the introduction of the solar powered. We noted it as an anomaly, and that is why nobody or there is no allocation for the solar. So we are still to see the department and see why the huge shift of double plus. Number 6, the State Department of Housing and Urban Development has installed 2 high-mass solar-powered floodlights in Riverside Settlement in Siba Nursery School in Oljorok, each at a cost of 8 million. Thus, there is a need for concerted efforts to allocate sufficient budget to enable conservation of the solar lighting. You go to challenges, the Energy Directorate is responsible for the county writing infrastructure has only two personnel. The department has requested additional human resource to ensure team is enhanced to enable timely responses of the breakdown. Mr. Speaker, you are going to note that when we have two workers who are responsible to working over 500 masts, that is 13 and 20, it is a huge work for them in where electricity-driven machines are daily going down and on and off. Number two, the old design of the floodlight didn't safeguard the writing components from vandalism. There are several floodlights that have been vandalized over time and again, resulting to tempering of the meter leading to floodlights working during the night. The department is working to change the design to place the meter box at a height that will be difficult to access without aid of a radar or the manlift. Mr. Speaker, you would appreciate that them that we are done in the dispensation of 2013 to 2017, you understand that the meter components and the switchings were down, whereby if tampered with, they are going to bring tamper codes, and the department is thinking of how to change them, to raise them to a position where you have, of course, to prepare to go and affect them. Number three, the department appreciates the increment of the budget maintenance cost from 6 million. However, with close to 500 street lights and floodlights, the department is petitioning for maintenance budget of 10 million in the next financial year to ensure the smooth operation. Mr. Speaker, you would appreciate that we fought, or rather we talked with the Department of Budget, that is where I sit, of course, chaired by Mheshimiwa Kongo, in where we were putting 3.5 million to facilitate the repair and maintenance of 500 floodlights. We noted it is not enough. We increased it to 6, but the department is still saying that if changed to 10, they are going to be able to finalize and be able to maintain them in a year. Kenya Power has changed it to be a very serious entity. So I go to conclusion. The conclusion, Mr. Speaker, the Committee on Roads and Transport, Energy and Public Works appreciate the fact that the floodlights and the street light enhance security in the world and has been on forefront, pushing the department to ensure they are always functional. In the last financial year, the committee was able to lobby for additional funds for paying power bills and repair, which this House agreed with, and we appreciate the support of this honorable House. A 3.5 million standard estimate of installation of a solar-powered 20-meter high mast floodlight was submitted to the committee during the budget making process, and our consideration, it was seen as too high compared to the 1.4 million for the electricity-powered floodlight, and that is why members did not provide funds for the installation of the solar floodlight. The committee supports the proposal to solarize the floodlight in the county to reduce power bills, but is also cognizant of the high initial installation cost and the vagaries of weather patterns which may hinder optimum writings. We were hoping to benchmark with already installed solar lights in areas with similar weather patterns before adoption of the solar lights across the county, which with a name to reduce power bills. The committee is therefore promising to develop more into the issue, to delve more into the issue and ensure efficiency and effectiveness in the department. And before I conclude, Mr. Speaker, there is an annexure because the member who had sorted in the information wanted to see the bill of quantity for the 13-meter mast and the 20-meter mast, which is already annexed thereafter. Thank you, Mr. Speaker, hoping we have already answered the question, and as they were put by the said member. Thank you, Mr. Speaker, sir.
Well, the response is duly tabled and read. The seeker of the statement, Honorable Samuel Rimui Kayani, seems to be absent, and don't know whether there is any member who has input to that report. Honorable Deji Peter, a member for RIE. Proceed.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, sir, for awarding this time for me to give my inputs. Mr. Speaker, there is response, and for me as the representative of RIE, I had also been waiting for this report. Mr. Speaker, we are talking of floodlights which are not working, which were budgeted and installed. Particularly, Mr. Speaker, this one should be noted that if, Mr. Speaker, there is corruption, it is in this Department of Floodlight. Mr. Speaker, there must be collaboration between the Kenya Power and the county government here. Mr. Speaker, I cannot be convinced by anybody that the county government can go, the Kenya Power can disconnect the electricity, and then the following day, the county government of Nyandarua, through the Department of Energy, goes by itself to reconnect again. This has been the game, Mr. Speaker. And when I did my own research, Mr. Speaker, the meters are not paid in the right process. And this is why you get the Kenya Power disconnect, the county government reconnect. And we are losing a lot of money, Mr. Speaker. And if a research can be done today, this floodlight, which is in Plot 10, it is functioning because the meter which was paid, it was through the back door. Mr. Speaker, we are not on the right track. And this is why you see the whole of the Nyandarua County. Mr. Speaker, most of the floodlights are not working. It needs to be done something, Mr. Speaker, for this county to enjoy the right of floodlights. Mr. Speaker, I want just to highlight, if other members, representative members, have the same problem like me, payment is done. Meters were not installed. They were not properly paid. There are some goons from Kenya Power and even from the county government, collaboration to push this county backwards. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Honorable Mwangi Nyaga, Majority Leader.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, thank you for giving me opportunity to contribute on this very important matter, because it has been of great concern to the people of Nyandarua, because we are putting a lot of investment. It's a heavy investment, but we are not achieving the objective of the said investment. Honorable Speaker, I'm so much happy with the report, because it serves as an opener. I have an opportunity now to say and to give my observation pertaining to the said matter. And Honorable Speaker, I've been having a big concern. Yes, indeed, we are giving contractors contracts to have the floodlights, the mast. But Honorable Speaker, I'm concerned about the quality. Honorable Speaker, there is no specification. I can tell you, there is no specification, because when you get visit where these floodlights have been installed, it is so diverse. there is no specification. You'll find that, Honorable Speaker, that some of the those people have been given the work or the contract are coming up with very low quality ingredients, if we can call them so. There are flood rights that you put on today, and within a month, they are off. From my very simple understanding of basics and engineering, basics, we have genuine parts and very genuine parts, and some other which are just from very dubious companies. We need to have very specification from very specific distributors of this component, so that we can have what we call quality control on the said flood rights. Honorable Speaker, it is of great concern because as we expedite the issue on flood rights, indeed, we must be in collaboration with the KPLC. And Honorable Speaker, my concern is the control, the tamper codes are being controlled from Kenya Power. And for sure, this has been one of the biggest hindrance on repairs of these flood lights in most of the places. A good example, Honorable Speaker, is from PCA Church to ACK Church or Karau. It has taken almost 8 months before we get these codes. I am pushing. When you go to the department, you are told there are codes that are supposed to be generated from KPLC, from Nairobi. It is creating a lot of issues to the residents, because they are wondering, how comes we have the flood lights, we have the other lights, but it is taking 8 months before they get on. This is an issue that needs to be addressed, not only from our side, but the department should put more effort in tackling the said matter. My concern is with the report. They cannot say that they cannot access JM Karaoke. This is a floodlight which is in public school. Honorable Speaker, I'm not satisfied with that with that response, because JM Primary School is a public school. I am happy with the observation from the committee. Indeed, I had an issue with the Juakali flood mast. Your Honorable Speaker, I've done myself, I put money to see to it that we are repairing. And the disturbing issue has been the meter box. It will have been placed at a very low level, whereby people can access. I am happy because they have made some observation that we need to change the design of the design of the meter box to put it above, where if you want to access it, either you use a ladder. In that, Honorable Chair, I'm very much happy because indeed it shows at least you are visiting the ground, you are getting into the ground to know what is really concerning our people and what should be done to bring a positive change. Having said that, I look forward to see that you have, as a department, you have implemented the recommendations that you have put for therein in your report. Thank you, Honorable Speaker.
Honorable Mwangi Gishuke, Minority Leader and Member for Engineer.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, I have a few observations, and I would be requesting that the chair agrees to an amendment, not an amendment, an additional recommendation. But I want to back it up first. One, Mr. Speaker, is that the Department of Roads have failed in understanding one important thing. The greatest phase of a functional government is in those street rights. The moment, like for example, now in the engineer, we have like 7 of them not functional. The moment there is that darkness, it reflects directly on inability of a government to pay a bill. And it comes to the public domain. It is possible for the government to fail to pay salaries for employees, and it will go unnoticed, and most likely it is okay. But the moment that one street light goes off for a day, a week, a month, and then I'm hearing majority even saying that he has one that has 8 months. Mr. Speaker, the image of government is completely tainted. And I would really want that this be emphasized, that they are not only doing the service to the residents alone, but they are doing serious disservice to the government itself. We are now being said that we are a government which cannot be able to pay the bare minimum, a bill of a street rate. That notwithstanding, the confusion, the question would be, where do they get the data for them to know this street light is working, this one is not working? That confusion between the Kenya Power and the county government, the question of meters, like I have a bit of flood rates in my ward, which have been brought down by Kenya Power themselves. The argument that they are having, that they were not given meters, genuine meters. So they brought them down. You ask yourself, are you saying that government installed a light which it did not have right to and did not follow the proper procedure through Kenya Power and Lighting? Are we saying that we do not have a liaison, clear liaison between ourselves as a government and Kenya Power? But what's the other important thing is, who reports that light so and so is not functional? Are we saying that the entire department, because the Department of Energy is a standalone under loads, are we saying that they don't have a mechanism to know that Matundura street light is not functional? Can you, Mr. Speaker, protect me from the chair?
Order, honorable members, consult in low tones. So
And
in
I am
such
asking,
a manner you don't
actually,
disrupt the
because
member.
I would want the chair to respond to me. Do they have a mechanism as a department? Do I have to report as the media MCA? But when a light goes off in a place called Washington, do I need to report? Do they have a mechanism that tells them that from yesterday, light so and so at the coordinate this number is not functional? Do we have to go to an executive forum to keep complaining there and asking, I want my light to be done, so that now you can be pushed quickly to say that we are moving from this to this to this to this? Are we saying we do not have a way we can be able to manage these problems? We have a more huge, bigger problem. the confusion between when you want the chief officer for roads to act, and he's now again dependent on the CS. Because the vehicle that is supposed to help us in these movements, it has now been domiciled in the county secretary's office, and therefore the chief officer for roads, when you complain about something that is not functional, he has to consult the CS so that something can be done. My recommendation is that the chair should agree that we move a recommendation that says with immediate effect, the track that manages the street rates be directly under the supervision of the chief officer for roads, and including the fueling, just like the way we are doing the county machinery. Because what we are finding is that by the time you are reporting a street rate is not functional in this place, it is required somewhere. When Karaja, you go to Karaja, it tells you, but I don't have fuel, and I'm not the one who fuels. If the CS now says again, I also don't have fuel for now, you don't know whether you are supposed now to blame the county secretary because of the non-functional rights, or do you blame the chief officer because of the non-functional rights? So I would push that particular recommendation, which I would prefer and request that the clerkship and the speaker make it communicated with immediate effect that that truck that manages the street rates be immediately taken back to the custody of the chief officer for roads, and including its fueling. The other thing, as I close, is we would also want clarity on who reports. Because I have an instance in my ward where my schedule was on a Thursday. So I'm calling the department because I am thinking that they did not come or something. I'm told, no, we came. But we got a schedule from the municipality. The schedule that we got from the municipality gave us 4 rights, which were off, which we were able to do, and we left. Whereas in real sense, up to now, I have 9 more rights which were not managed as at that time, because they are saying that they came and they were given a schedule by another person. We also want that clarity, Chair. Up to what extent am I, as the member of County Assembly representing Engineer, to what extent do I come in terms of, and the department officially communicated that they have gotten the data on which rates are going off and which rates are on from the municipality. And now they are using the schedules from the municipality. I also would want to get clarity from the department on who is supposed to make sure that there's that flow and the communication between ourselves to ensure these rates remain operational, and including new ones. If in the first instance they think that the municipalities are capable of that, then they should remove it from our end, including installation of new one and repairs of the ones that are already having some problems. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Honorable Steve.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. It's a big shame that this beautiful morning we are here discussing of something that ought to have been done a long time ago by the executive arm of government. Why am I saying this, Mr. Speaker? Whatever we are discussing this morning, as an assembly, we've already passed a budget. We've already set an allocation to the department for them to undertake the roles that they are bringing back to us, saying that it's like they are unable to do. Mr. Speaker, I've just seen them talking of tamper codes that has taken several financial years. Mr. Speaker, if you wake up from your seat right now, go to Kenya Power and request for tamper code for your electricity at home, it will not take you more than 30 minutes to leave before you get a tamper code from Kenya Power. But we are having floodlights that has taken 4 financial years our county waiting to receive a tamper code for our people to get this service. I'm grateful that as a committee, because I'm a member of this committee, we've brought this report as we received from the department. Mr. Speaker, it's a big shame for the department talking of inaccessibility to public institution. A school like JM, Mr. Speaker, is a public institution next to a road. And from the report that we've received from the department is that this school, they cannot access it. Plot 11, Mr. Speaker, is a road that I use almost on a weekly basis because I have a farm around that place. Plot 10. I have a farm around there, Mr. Speaker. Where the floodlight is, Mr. Speaker, it is at the junction of a road. And from the report that the department is bringing this morning is that you cannot access that floodlight. Mr. Speaker, you don't need any miracle. Even a young boy from plot 10 can actually touch that floodlight. That they're saying it's not accessible, Mr. Speaker. How inaccessible it is a misery. Mr. Speaker, I've just seen from the word that I come in together with my honorable member, Letau, that they're talking of a floodlight that has been installed and there's no electricity. The question again goes back. Does this department do thorough follow-up before installation and after installation, Mr. Speaker? And how comes that all these floodlights have been paid to the contractors who were doing the installation? How do you pay a contractor having finished his or her work, having not followed from Kenya Power to know that the meter that they've installed, is it genuine or is it or has it is it from what we are calling the back door? Something that has also caught my eyes, Mr. Speaker, is that a flood mast was done in the financial year 2022-2023. We had 2023-2024, 2024-2025, 2025-2026 this financial year, Mr. Speaker. And up to date, they are waiting for Kenya Power to do a drop cable. 4 financial years, Mr. Speaker. A cable has not been dropped for the residents of this area to benefit from this floodlight. Money was paid, but nothing has been done to date. We have so many incomplete projects from various financial years. Again, it leaves a lot to be admired from this department. And I want to support my brother, Honorable Geshoke, that, Mr. Speaker, you cannot give a department a track. Then its control is with someone else. That for them to do the work that are purely under their department, they have to go beg for the same track from someone else, Mr. Speaker. I support that track should be gotten back to the department. It should be domiciled in the mother department with all activities that undertakes, including repairs, including fueling. It should be done from the department. Mr. Speaker, I think this should be a wake-up call to the department. That I was just imagining when Honorable Geshoke was talking, if the CEC in charge of this department goes home this evening and finds that there's no electricity in her house, Mr. Speaker, and the kids are there waiting for power, and they can see from the neighbors there is electricity, what will these kids say pertaining to their mother? I support Honorable Gishoki again that whenever we don't have power, this is a big shame to us as a county. With that, Mr. Speaker, I support.
Thank you, honorable members. As you note, this is before I give you a chance, I will give you a chance. As you note, this was direct response to questions asked, requested by Honorable Rimui Kayani. I implore the members to engage the committee more, maybe for a report with recommendations. As you note, this response has no recommendations. Honorable Ibrahim Mwangi Maina.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. In consideration from your advice, I have few issues to give out on this report. Honorable Speaker, I wanted to dwell more on a challenge that has been brought forward by this committee in regards that we have already invested a lot in this department. And you see, we have only 2 personnel. You wonder, after all this heavy investment in the county, the executive cannot see the benefit, even allocating even the interns to assist this department, even on a very simple issue of reporting the failed street lights. While we also have other personnel within the wards. Mr. Speaker, we have revenue officers. They are very busy going loud to our business persons within the wards to collect revenue. But they cannot even be given mandate to even give information of some of these simple issues like non-functionals, street lights, and front lights. I think it's the highest time and immediate response is required, that because we have more personnel in other departments, they see the benefit of seconding among them to even be giving information of non-functionals, street lights, so that the personnel we have, they can be acting as an emergency unit to go to respond to our information, rather than we as the representatives. It's like we have been employed by the department to be giving information, to be checking which are the non-functional floodlights, where we are supposed to see that these floodlights are functioning. As they indicate on this first challenge, I think through the chair and the committee, is the highest time we engage the executive to increase, even if some of the personnel can be taken out from other departments to be seconded to this department, so that all this information is given out at the right time. Mr. Speaker, the information we have in this report is only for the financial year 22nd, year 2022, 2023, and 2024. Most of the old front lines are non-functionals. They don't even have the meters. An example is I have a floodlight which is not functioning for the last almost an year in Murugaro Gishagi area. We have been reporting and share for information to this house. Even after checking what they are doing on this. And I like the wise advice from my minority leader in regards to the management of this track within this department. Like now, I have been told that this vehicle is not functioning now, and this is a very new vehicle which is already down for the last 1 week. That they are waiting for personnel from Nairobi to come and work on the hire. So maybe this bureaucracy is making our service not be given to the people in the county. And we therefore, as an emergency, recommend the same, that there must be a clear way of how to handle this department. And probably it gets its autonomy. And for that, I support this report.
Point of information, Mr. Speaker.
What information?
Mr. Speaker,
Honorable Deji.
mostly because we deal in buying facilities like vehicles. Mr. Speaker, I wish to ask if these vehicles has warrant.
Honorable Deji, you are giving information.
Yes.
Is that information or a question?
Mr. Speaker, it's just a kind of information, and I wish to be directed, because I wonder if the vehicles had warrant. If it had warrant, then the vehicle should be taken back to the company.
Honorable, thank you, honorable members. In light of this, I would like to call the chairperson to respond on this dissatisfaction noted from members as we wait for more engagement. Proceed, Honorable.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, sir. And I understand the predicaments members are saying, and I like your wisdom when you tell them that this report is based on 2022-2023 budget and the specific questions that were brought forward by one Honorable Kayani. Over and above the same, Mr. Speaker, I will be moving a motion to this House because a petition or answer to the questions set on statement do not have recommendations. So, Mr. Speaker, based on the issues that are being said, I will soon be moving a motion based on the same in this House, in where we are going to say, or we are going to direct the executive. For instance, when you have 2 personnel to work for 500 floodlights, that cannot be functional. That is madness. When fuel for the machine is being controlled at a CS, and then you go questioning the chief officer, you should be questioning the CS himself. So we be questioning the CS rather than the other one. The systems of tamper code coming up and correction and the dropping of electricity, Mr. Speaker, cannot work. The only thing we need to do is that we, as our committee, we are going to move a motion that is having recommendations and, of course, all the issues. The only thing I would urge members is, when we call you as a representative to come and bring in issues pertaining to the floodlights, come to the committee level. Don't come to lament on the assembly, which will not have effect. When we call you people, the representative of the ward to the committee, come and tell us so that we can write one collective recommendation that are going to shape up this department, which I understand is of great importance. Thank you, Mr. Speaker, sir, and I look forward to bringing a motion assisted, of course, by your House to this House to compel the department to work functionally. Thank you.
Thank you, honorable members. Next order.
Order number 8, motions and bills. Mr. Speaker, sir, we have a motion to be moved by Honorable Paul Ngeshambaire, Chairperson, Committee on Health Services.
Honorable Mwangi Geshuke, the minority leader, on behalf of the chairperson, I believe you are a member of the committee. Proceed.
Mr. Speaker, I have the report on the Engineer County Hospital annual report and the financial statements for the period ended 30th June 2024. But I'm also informed properly that my chair would have wanted to put significant input on this report, and he has requested me that you allow him to move this report personally in the next session, if you break, sir.
Kindly come up again, honorable member.
I've said I am with the report of the Engineer County Hospital annual report on financial statements for the period ended 30th June 2024. My chair has specific inputs he would have wanted to put on this report, and he had requested that because today he has commitments that were beyond his capacity to be here, that we allow him to move personally this report in the next session at your discretion.
If I get you right, Honorable Gishoke, you are seeking leave on the same, and the same is granted going by the satisfactory reasons the chair has given, and therefore I direct it back to the House Business Committee for rescheduling. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Next order.
Mr. Speaker, sir, we've exhausted the business as indicated in the morning session's order paper.
Honorable members, there being no other business to transact during this sitting, I now adjourn the House to Tuesday, the 18th day of November 2025 at 2:30 p.m.
Medium.